All right, everyone. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jason Levine. I don't know what's going on here today. Interesting. But in any case, it's very nice to see you for day 3 of the Video Daily Creative Challenge here on Behance Adobe Live. So wonderful to see you all. Thank you so much for joining. We've had a good couple of days so far. Today we're going to focus on designing your brand. And what does that mean in terms of Rush? Well, we're going to leverage the newly redesigned content browser inside of Premiere Rush. We're going to be working on the iPad again today. And if you played around with any of the pre-installed motion graphics templates or things that you have accessible via Adobe Stock and Premiere Rush, well, we've made it even easier. It's just more visually appealing now. We've organized things. We've broken out different types of motion graphics already in this new content browser. And we've also added over 1,000 new audio soundtracks that you can now leverage for any of your edited productions in Rush. These all come to us from Splice, and it's a really wide variety of music, so really great stuff there that you can use for your productions. And then, of course, we want to encourage you to share them all to the Discord so we can start looking at them. And in fact, later, we're going to take a quick look at some of the submissions that we've already had. So, as always, wonderful to see everyone here. I see we've got Umacorn and Arya and Sean and RB and Cal, Colby, Steve. All right, Julia, James, and we've got C2 Gore coming to us, as well as Clash Kings, and we've got Desiree and Falso over on Twitter Periscope as well. So thank you so much for joining. I really don't know what's going on with my hair today. It's very, very cold in the desert, and what you're seeing is my hair is actually sort of frozen just from air drying. It's not like it's that cold in my house, but it's cold, and man, it's just not drying today, so that's just how it is. Okay, so Discord, again. If you're not part of the Discord, you want to be a part of the Discord. bit.ly/PR Discord. This is where the conversation is happening around the daily creative challenges. This is where we've cultivated a really awesome new community of like-minded editors and just creatives in general. We've got separate Discords for Premiere, Illustrator, XD, and Photoshop. This is the one that you want to join today for the challenges, and I think you're really going to like it. And I can't emphasize enough that if you're not already part of this community, it's just really super awesome. Okay, now also, just cutting over here, let me switch my camera. If you have not yet signed up for the challenge, this is where you need to go, behance.net/challenge/premiere. And that is where you will be able to sign up for the challenges. This is also where you'll be able to download any of the assets. So for today, for Design Your Brand, we're looking at we have ocean-themed assets. So Monday was played music preservation. Yesterday was desert preservation conservation. And today is ocean protection. I'm changing up the theme. And by the way, it's also worth pointing out that all of this content is coming to us from stock.adobe.com/free. Yes, so we now have over 70,000 free assets available to anyone on Adobe Stock. And you can see here if I scroll through everything from photos, vectors, videos. It's a wonderful search engine. It's really nice to be able to find all these various elements, and there's really great stuff in there. So you're welcome to use, of course, all the assets that we've provided. If you want to augment some of those, you can go to stock.adobe.com/free and search on ocean or whatever it is that you want. Or you can, use a combination, or you can just download your own content from Adobe Stock that you choose to use and use it in the Daily Creative Challenge. So whatever you feel. I'm just going to show you a quick example today with some of the ocean clips, and there's really, really nice stuff in there. I actually am really loving it. So, okay, well, let's go ahead and switch over to the iPad. And we've already started our project, so I'm not going to take you through the whole process again of, starting the project. We did that yesterday, so hopefully you were paying attention. And if not, you can always go back to the replay yesterday. And watch. It's real simple. You just tap the plus button when you start up and you either add media or you shoot media. And in this case, you'd be adding it. So I'm just going to play this back for you. There's no sound on this yet. So these are just some of the clips in question that I shared with you today. Just some really nice, again, just really beautifully shot, wonderfully exposed pieces of content here. And because I was going for this kind of preservation, conservation theme, and you can see some kelp there. That actually reminds me a little bit of San Diego right there. You know, it's just, you can imagine if you were doing a commercial for like Preserve Our Beaches, you know, these are the kinds of things you'd want to see, you know, just lush beach life. Now this one, curiously, I put this in here. I just thought this was a really beautiful shot. I'm not making a statement here at all. This is a beautiful shot with two little beach chairs. I just thought it was really gorgeous. You know, if you want to take it to the social commentary, that's up to you. But I thought it was very nice to see these two chairs next to each other. And then this last one here with some nice slow-mo and very shallow depth of field, focusing on this little twig or something that's on the ground there or on the sand. Just a couple of really neat clips. So again, I'll let you kind of choose whatever you want to do with these, however you want to use them. And what I'm thinking is, you know, maybe we'll start with something. I mean, maybe we'll even just focus on this little video right here. Okay, I'm not going to worry about taking the others out of the timeline for now. So we're trying to brand something. So let's just say, you know, I don't have a real name for my Ocean Preservation Society, but let's, well, we could even call it that, the OPS, the Ocean Preservation Society. Not great, but thinking on the fly. So we probably want some graphical elements to fly on screen to kind of brand this content, okay? And you could really use these in any number of ways, these motion graphics templates. So we're going to tap on the plus sign in the upper left-hand corner here. And we're going to go into graphics. And I think I briefly may have showed this yesterday. So now this is where you can now access all of your various motion graphics templates. And for those of you unfamiliar, motion graphics templates were designed to be part of Premiere in the Essential Graphics panel as a way for you to very quickly import animated lower thirds, you know, title sequences that are kind of pre-designed, pre-created, transitional elements, background elements, anything on screen that has text or moves. This is kind of the essence of a motion graphics template. You can make it anything that you like. And all of them are fully customizable. So we have hundreds, maybe even thousands now inside of Rush that you can access for all different types of purposes. And you can see here we've got titles, transitional graphics, and overlays. And these are things like you might use if we go to more here, you know, sort of social call outs. You can see we've got animated, you know, thumbs up icons, hearts, you know, subscribe buttons, animated subscribe buttons, the YouTube play button, notification bells, and all of these things have like different types of animation to them. So, and again, if we tap on this down arrow here, you can now see the categories: titles, transitional graphics, overlays, and then any saved favorites that you may have. So I think we're going to start here in titles. Now, again, I'm just looking for a very simple title to kind of pull up. This isn't necessarily my logo, right? Although it theoretically could be. And if you are so inclined, you know, you can make your own motion graphics templates in After Effects, save them to a CC library, and then leverage them that way. Actually, I don't know if, oh, it does allow you to add them. Okay. You have a lot of options to make your own, but we're going to focus on the pre-installed ones here. So I'm just going to kind of go through these and see if there's anything in particular that I kind of like. Now I like that slash title one, although I don't know if that totally fits our ocean theme. I kind of like this style one with the outline. That could look kind of cool. It's pretty standard, but it might work. Well, let's start with that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and take this and I'm going to drag it down into my timeline. I don't know why it ended up on that track. It's not the track I put it on. All right, and stick it right there. And I'm going to pinch zoom here so I can kind of see what this is going to look like. And let's play this back right now. Now, obviously, first and foremost, this white text on that very white background probably isn't going to work. Okay, so this is now where we're going to go into the editing phase of this. Now, if we go ahead and tap on the upper left-hand upper right-hand corner here into the graphics section. Now this is going to allow us to modify all the various parameters of this particular motion graphics template. So in this case, let's say the color fill. Okay, we don't want white. So maybe we'll do, I don't know, like a deep deep-ish blue, maybe even kind of a faint, a more pale blue. Not a designer, so this is where I stress a lot, okay? And for our text here, we're going to type ocean. Now maybe I even want a second line here. This may not work. Maybe I'll use 2. All right, so let's just start with ocean right here. All right. Let's twirl that one up. Let's go to the outline. Again, we have just the outline color. Maybe I'll make this a darker blue. Oh, that's awful. Man, my color choices just aren't the best, but that's okay. All right. Let's wind this back and see what that looks like. So you can see it has this kind of, you know, it's zooming, scaling and tracking the text on screen as the little outline kind of blinks like that. Okay. Now again, if we want to change some of the characteristics here of the size, because that's pretty large text, let's go ahead and tap into this. Let's make it like 70. And let's see if we can fit ocean preservation in there. Ocean preservation. Okay, that's not going to work. Maybe we can do it as 2 lines. Let's see if that's going to work better. Ocean preservation. S-O-C-I-E-T-Y. The Ocean Preservation Society, which may already be a society, by the way. I don't know. All right. So let's go ahead and wind this back. And let's play it. Okay. Obviously, we want to take that and maybe move this up. Reposition. We can do all of those various things. You can also see we can adjust the character spacing here if we want to make changes to that. We can change the style. We can change all of these various elements here. Okay, I'm just going to leave it there for right now. Kind of like it kind of offset just above our little twig right there. All right, very simply. Okay, like that. Oh, those colors really aren't coming through very well on the stream. I see that now. So maybe we also want to just not do a thin style. Maybe that's the other problem. All right, so maybe instead of thin, we'll go into bold. Go the opposite direction. All right, let's see how that looks. Okay. Not a designer. Don't love it, but that's okay. All right. So you get the idea. So that's kind of the basic concept of working with the Mogurt here. And again, if we wanted to wind back to a different clip, pinch zoom this up. Let's go back into our media graphics here. Look for some other titles. All right. Modern Flash title. Sure, why not? I have no idea what that's going to look like, but let's give it a shot. Drag that in there. Did it go? Okay, it's loading now. There it is. And you kind of get the idea of what these sort of things look like. Okay. And if it's not playing back in real time right away, just scrub through it a couple times and then you'll see it'll kind of cache those frames and then it'll play nicely. Yeah, I guess that is kind of flashing. All right, I don't love this one. It's okay. This doesn't have to be the one we use. Key is if you want to start editing this, again, you can go right on screen. You can move the whole thing around, okay, very easily. Let's undo that. If we tap again into our graphics section here, this is now where you can twirl down all the various parameters and start adjusting things like size. You can adjust the font, if the font is editable, spacing. Again, all the parameters will be different for each and every Mogurt. It just depends whatever the designer of these allowed you to edit. you know, and again, in terms of fill and all the other elements here, you can tap on them. Here's our main background. Yeah, if we don't like this color fill, you know, we can change that. All right, so instead of red, maybe we make it a slightly more, oh, that actually looks a little bit better. And maybe even darken it a little bit. So it kind of follows the background there ever so slightly. That's not bad. And you see you have these little crosses that are in various colors, yeah, with these weird outlines. So yeah, we don't want those. Maybe a bit more orange there. And same for this one. Color fill. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Case in point. All right, let's go ahead and look over to our chat here. Let's see if we've got any questions on this. All right. Why does the title say Premiere Pro? Oh, the title of the DCC. Yes, these actually should just say Video Daily Creative Challenge, because yes, this whole week is all about Rush. Now you could do this same thing in Premiere Pro, but we're just doing it all today in Rush. Paul's saying good font choice and color choice. Ha! All right, I didn't choose them, Paul, but thank you. I'm not experienced in Premiere. For my first project, do I use Rush or Premiere Pro? Undecided. Well, if you go back, I would watch the last 2 days or watch yesterday. If you're shooting from scratch, you know, Rush makes it really easy to just shoot, edit, and then export, share. Real simple. You can do it all on the phone, on the iPad, on the desktop. Premiere is just, yeah, it's a little more involved, you know. Even just editing is you just need to know a little bit more. Rush, you know, you're using gestures, you're using your hands. It feels like everything else that you do on the phone or the iPad or your Android. So you may want to try that if that's your first attempt. Okay, so now that we've got some very basic text and things happening here, I'll retitle this just so it makes somewhat a bit of sense. Ocean, flat ocean vibes. That's what I want. Okay. Let's see what that looks like again. Okay, ocean vibes. And then I'm assuming this fades. Does it fade out? Oh, it kind of blinks, flashes off. And I imagine it's looking a little more stuttery. It's probably a little bit better once it exports. Okay. Now we're going to go to the plus sign here, and we're going to go into audio. And this is where, again, if you've used the previous version of Rush, we had, I think, maybe 20 free soundtracks. Now you're going to see there's a whole bunch of them in here. We even have sound effects as well, even loops. So you can see here, I'm just going to put on my headphones so I can preview what you're hearing. Just to give you an idea of a couple of the options here, let's just take a listen to this. French house poolside. Okay, very curious what that sounds like. All right. I don't know if that fits our ocean vibe, but maybe. Blue porch light. Let's see this. Okay, good vibes. Sure, since I put vibes in there. So now I can take this, select it, tap add, and it automatically adds that soundtrack down into the timeline, which is super awesome. And then again, you know, I have controls here. If I want to adjust volume, I can tap on the audio waveform on the right-hand side. I can adjust the clip volume. You can see you have a couple of different options here. If there were dialogue, this has the function here. You see something called auto duck, where it'll automatically lower the volume of the music so that you can hear the dialogue. In this case, we just have just music, so we don't have to worry about it. I will turn the overall volume down here. Maybe I'm going to go in here too, and let's just add a little transition. Why is this not working? There we go. Kind of like that music. Okay. That's audio. It's real simple, okay? That's the whole point of this, is that it's not a mystery. It just works. It's super easy. You tap plus, you tap audio, here's your soundtracks. You want to see more? Tap more. And there are more. Hundreds more, right? This is a very long list. Trap Darkroom. Creepy. Lo-fi hip-hop raindrops. I like that. Colombian grooves. Cinematic percussion. Let's go into some sound effects. So here we have some, oh, nice, 8-bit centipede. That's cool, 8-bit booting up. Nice 8-bit alarm. Lots of great 8-bit stuff. Okay, anyway, you can see here, though, again, lots and lots of sound effects. So if you're trying to do sound design to Lynn, who asked before, and yes, you can bring in your own soundtrack, of course. You can import your own audio, your own video, your own images. Now, we showed all of that importing yesterday. Again, you do that by tapping the plus sign, and if you were bringing in your own video, audio, imagery, you would simply tap media and then locate wherever that is, whether it's in the camera roll, whether it's in Creative Cloud, whether it's in Dropbox, or somewhere else on your device, like in the Files folder. You have a couple different places with Rush where you can access and grab media, okay? So plus sign, tap, preview, drag it down into your timeline. That's it. Real simple. And then again, if you're doing this on the iPad, if we were ready to share this, we would tap share. We can go into quality settings, but it's already going to give us the best looking version of what we have in there based on our original frame size and aspect ratio. You can just simply tap export, and then it'll ask you from the device, do you now want to upload this to, you can see YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or Behance. And as I mentioned yesterday, I highly recommend embedding these if you have a YouTube channel, Vimeo, YouTube, or Facebook, just because it's easier to link to them in the Discord. If you don't want to do that, you can upload directly to Discord, but just keep in mind that the Discord has an 8 megabyte size limit, so you're not going to be able to upload very long videos. All right. Okay, so let's go over to the Discord here real quickly for our last 2 minutes and see if we can take a look at some of the submissions. All right. So people are putting the challenge in here. Okay. So here's JD. Let's see this. So this is from yesterday. Desert preservation. So this was making images move. Let's see what this one looks like. All right, nice. Added some text on there. Got some nice movement on the images. Again, these are all Adobe stock images. Using a little pan and zoom. I see you some of the transitions there. We talked about the transitions. Okay, very cool. Kind of like nice and slow, dramatic. We were talking yesterday about elongating the durations of the imagery. So, all right, now we're integrating a little bit of video. Nice little transition there. That was one of those Mogurt graphical transitions. Again, Adobe stock content here. I love that shot. That's a really beautiful one. That's a really beautiful one too. That looks like a shot I have. All right, more transition. Thanks for watching. All right, beautiful. Very nicely done. Nicely done, JD. Okay, let's take a look at this one here. Jackie Pavan. Okay, how to make hemp milk. And for some reason, hold on a second here. Got like 2 minutes. My sound isn't coming through. It should be, and yet it isn't. See if I can get this working here. It's not going through. I had to rewire things. By the way, I apologize if you hear some noise. I've got this new RAID that I'm certifying and verifying and doing things on, and it's been going all night. It's going to go for like 3 days. So I had to crank up the noise reduction in here. So if you're hearing intermittent fan hum, that's why. But as a result, I couldn't use my main machine. I'm using a side computer for the examples here. Okay, let's just take a look at this one. Let's just see if this is from day 1 or day 2. If it's day 1 and there's audio, that's not going to help. We're going to need, hold on, you know what? I think we're going to run out of time. Change one more thing here. Just go to my speakers. All right, and this will, hopefully, we'll get a little bit of volume.
And Person Institute. Thank you for giving me these challenges. I love it. Today I'm doing challenge number 5, which is find a healthy replacement. I'm gonna do the healthy replacement that instead of cow's milk, I'm going to do hemp milk. And I wanna show my friends and most people that are watching that, especially this day with the coronavirus, you don't have to go out to the store all the time if you...
Oh, okay, and I see we're almost out of time here. All right, I'm wondering which challenge this is, because that wasn't one of our challenges for this week. But in any case, friends, that is all the time we have. I'll be looking for your submissions in Discord. We'll cover more tomorrow. More to come today on Adobe Live. So until next time, have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And we'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.